Being busy is easy, but being effective is rare. Now think about that carefully. Most people are moving all day, working, scrolling, talking, reacting. They are constantly doing something. But at the end of the day, very little actually changes. Because activity is not effectiveness, and motion is not progress. You can be busy for years and still remain stuck in the same place. Now listen carefully. An effective person is different. They are not doing more. They are doing what matters. They are focused, intentional, disciplined. They know something most people forget. What you do daily determines what you become permanently. Now imagine this. Two people start the same day. One reacts to everything. Messages, distractions, emotions. The other moves with purpose, focus, priorities, clarity. At the end of the day, their results are completely different. Not because one worked harder, but because one worked effectively. Now here's the truth. Life does not reward effort alone. It rewards direction. It rewards clarity. It rewards effectiveness. And that is what we are going to talk about. Because becoming effective is not complicated, but it does require discipline. And if you learn it, everything in your life begins to change. So let's begin. How to become an effective person, step by step, and build a life of clarity, focus, and purpose. If you don't know where you are going, you'll probably end up somewhere else. Think about that carefully. Most people live reactively. They wake up, handle problems, respond to distractions, repeat the same routine, day after day, month after month, year after year. But they never stop to ask themselves, what kind of life am I creating? And that is why many people stay busy, but never become effective. Because effectiveness begins with direction. Now listen carefully. An airplane leaving the airport does not fly randomly. It has a destination, a clear route, a clear purpose. And because of that, it arrives where it intended to go. Your life works the same way. If you live without direction, distractions will direct your life for you. Activity without purpose is the drain of life. Now think about this deeply. Many people are working hard, but they are not moving toward anything meaningful. They chase money without purpose, work without vision, move without clarity, and slowly they lose themselves. But effective people think differently. They begin with the end in mind. Before they act, they think. Before they commit, they reflect. They ask, what kind of person do I want to become? What kind of future do I want to build? Because your future is shaped by the direction you choose today. The clearer the purpose, the stronger the discipline. Now let's make this practical. Take time to define your vision, not society's vision, not other people's expectations. Your vision. What do you truly want your life to stand for? Peace? Growth? Leadership? Freedom? Contribution? Whatever it is, be clear about it. Because clarity creates focus, and focus creates power. Now understand this deeply. When you know your destination, your decisions become easier. You stop wasting time on meaningless things. You stop saying yes to everything. You stop chasing distractions. Because now you have direction. A river becomes powerful because it flows in one direction. If it flowed everywhere, it would lose strength. And your life is the same. Scattered focus creates weak results. Focused direction creates momentum. A focused life produces effective results. Now listen carefully. Beginning with the end in mind also means thinking long term. Most people live for temporary comfort, but effective people live for meaningful results. They are willing to sacrifice today to create a better tomorrow. That requires maturity, patience, discipline, because long-term thinking is rare. Most people ask, what feels good now? Effective people ask, What will matter later? That single shift changes everything. Now let's go deeper. You must also build your life intentionally. A builder does not start constructing a house without a blueprint. That would create confusion, mistakes, weak structure. And yet many people live their lives without a blueprint. No vision, no standards, no direction. Then they wonder why life feels chaotic. A life without direction eventually loses meaning. Now here's a powerful truth. You do not become effective accidentally. You become effective intentionally by deciding who you want to become, by deciding what matters most, by aligning your habits with your future. And that alignment changes everything. Now think about your daily life. Are your habits leading you toward your goals? Are your routines supporting your future? Are your decisions helping you become who you want to be? Because every small choice matters. Your future is not created once. It is created daily, choice by choice, habit by habit, day by day. Do not drift through life. Do not live without vision. Do not waste years reacting to everything around you. Instead, pause, reflect, decide where you want to go, and then begin building your life in that direction, with purpose, with discipline, with intention. Because when you begin with the end in mind, you stop living accidentally and start living effectively. The major reason for setting goals is for what it makes of you to achieve them. Now listen carefully. One of the greatest differences between effective people and ineffective people is priorities. Effective people know what matters most, and they protect it. Ineffective people, they spend their days reacting to everything, every notification, every distraction, every interruption, and by the end of the day, they feel exhausted, but not fulfilled. Because being busy is not the same as being productive. Don't mistake movement for achievement. Now think about this carefully. Imagine a farmer during planting season. If he spends all day cleaning his tools, but never plants the seeds, what happens? Nothing grows. He was busy, but not effective. And life works the same way. Many people spend their energy on small things, while ignoring the important things. They focus on what is urgent instead of what is meaningful. And slowly, their future suffers. Now here's the truth. Your life is shaped by what you prioritize daily. If you prioritize distractions, you create confusion. If you prioritize growth, you create progress. That is why priorities matter so much. Where your attention goes, your future follows. Now let's make this practical. Every morning, ask yourself one question. What are the most important things I must do today? Not 10 things, not 20 things, the important things. Because effective people understand something powerful. Not everything deserves equal attention. Some activities move your life forward. Others only consume time. And wisdom is knowing the difference. Now listen carefully. The most important things are often not urgent. Reading, planning, learning, exercising, building relationships, working on your goals. These things may not demand your attention immediately, but over time, they shape your entire future. Meanwhile, distractions always feel urgent. Messages, noise, entertainment, unnecessary drama. And if you are not careful, you spend your life reacting instead of building. A successful life is built intentionally, not emotionally. Now let's talk about discipline. Prioritizing is not just about knowing what matters. It is about having the discipline to act on it. Because deep down, most people already know what they should be doing. The challenge is consistency. Doing the important things, even when they are difficult, even when they are boring, even when nobody is forcing you. That is effectiveness. Now think about a jar filled with rocks. If you put sand into the jar first, there is no room left for the big rocks. But if you place the big rocks first, The smaller things fit around them. Life is the same. Your priorities are the big rocks. Health, growth, purpose, discipline, relationships. If you ignore them, your life becomes filled with small, meaningless things. And eventually, you feel empty. If you don't design your priorities, distractions will design your life. Now listen carefully. Protect your best energy for your best work. Do not give your strongest hours to meaningless activity. Give them to growth, to focus, to purpose. Because effective people understand this. Your energy is limited. Your time is limited. Your life is limited. So use them wisely. Now here is a powerful truth. Every time you say yes to something unimportant, you say no to something meaningful. That is why successful people are selective. They guard their attention. They guard their time. They guard their priorities. Not because they are selfish, but because they are intentional. And intentional living creates effective living. Stop trying to do everything. Start focusing on the right things. Prioritize your growth. Prioritize your purpose. Prioritize what truly matters. Because when you put first things first, your life begins to move with clarity, direction, and power. One of the greatest skills in life is learning how to truly listen. Now think about that carefully. Most people listen to reply. Very few listen to understand. While someone is speaking, they are already preparing their answer, already judging, already reacting, already interrupting mentally. And because of that, real communication disappears. Now listen carefully. An effective person understands something powerful. If you want better relationships, better opportunities, better influence, you must first learn to understand people, not control them, not impress them, understand them. Wisdom begins when ego becomes quiet. Now think about a doctor. A wise doctor does not prescribe medicine before listening to the patient. He asks questions. He observes carefully. He seeks understanding first, and only then does he respond wisely. Life works the same way. If you speak before understanding, you create confusion. If you listen deeply first, you create connection. Now let's be honest. Many problems in life are not caused by hatred. They are caused by misunderstanding. People want to feel heard, respected, valued. And when they don't, relationships weaken. That is why listening is powerful. Not passive listening, intentional listening, listening with patience, listening without interruption, listening without immediately trying to win. A calm listener gains more wisdom than a loud speaker. Now understand this deeply. Effective communication is not about saying more. It is about understanding more, because words have power. They can build trust or destroy it. And people remember how you made them feel. Now listen carefully. When you truly understand someone, your response changes. You become calmer, more patient, more thoughtful. Instead of reacting emotionally, you respond wisely. And that changes relationships completely. Now here is something important. Seeking to understand does not mean agreeing with everything. It means respecting enough to listen first. That is maturity. Too many people rush into arguments, trying to prove themselves right, trying to dominate conversations. But effective people do something different. They stay calm. They ask questions. They seek clarity before judgment, because understanding creates wisdom. The person who listens well often learns what the loud person never sees. Now let's make this practical. The next time someone speaks to you, slow down. Do not interrupt immediately. Do not rush your opinion. Do not assume you already know everything. Instead, ask yourself, what is this person truly trying to say? That small shift changes communication completely. Now think about leadership. The greatest leaders are rarely the loudest people. They are often the best listeners, because people trust those who make them feel understood. And trust is one of the foundations of influence. Now here is another truth. If you always need to be heard first, you stop learning, because pride closes the ears. Humility opens them, and growth requires humility. The more you listen, the more valuable your words become. Now listen carefully. There is strength in calm communication, strength in patience, strength in understanding before speaking, because emotional reactions create conflict, but thoughtful responses create solutions. That is what makes a person effective. Not just intelligence, not just skill, but wisdom in dealing with people. Now let's bring this home. Listen more carefully. Observe more deeply. Speak more thoughtfully. Because every meaningful relationship in life is built on understanding. And when people feel understood, they open up. They trust you. They respect you. Seek first to understand. Then speak with wisdom. Then speak with clarity. Then speak with purpose. Because when you truly understand people, your words begin to carry power, influence, and impact. Work harder on yourself than you do on anything else. Now think about that carefully, because this is where effectiveness is truly built. Not in activity, not in effort alone, but in growth. You see, the world does not reward people simply for existing. It rewards value, what you can do, what you can solve, what you can contribute. That is what life responds to. Now listen carefully. An effective person is always growing, always learning, always improving, always developing. Not because they are forced to, but because they understand a simple truth. Your value determines your opportunities. Now think about a marketplace. In any marketplace, value is exchanged. Skills for money, solutions for rewards, service for success. And the higher your value, the greater your return. That is not theory. That is life. Now here's the question you must ask yourself. Am I becoming more valuable every day? Not just busy, not just active, but valuable. Because busyness does not guarantee success, but value does. Now listen carefully. Growth is not automatic. It is intentional. You must choose to grow, choose to learn, choose to improve, choose to stretch yourself, even when it is uncomfortable, even when it is slow, even when nobody notices. Growth is the price of a better life. Now think about nature. A tree does not become strong overnight. It grows slowly, deep roots first, then visible strength later. And your life works the same way. Your skills, your mindset, your discipline, they grow beneath the surface first, before they are seen on the surface. Now here is something important. Most people want results first, but effective people focus on growth first, because they understand something powerful. If you become better, your results will follow. But if you only chase results, you may never become better. Becoming is more important than getting. Now let's make this practical. Start investing in yourself daily. Read something meaningful. Learn something new. Practice a skill. Improve your thinking. Even small improvements matter, because small improvements, repeated daily, create massive transformation. Now listen carefully. You do not need to become extraordinary overnight. You just need to become slightly better every day. Stronger, wiser, more disciplined, more focused. And over time, that small progress becomes powerful change. Now, think about successful people. They are not lucky. They are developed. They invested in themselves when nobody was watching. They learned when others were distracted. They grew when others were comfortable. And that is why they stand out. Your future is built by what you do today, not tomorrow. Now understand this deeply. If you want to become effective, you must become valuable. And value is not given. It is built. Built through discipline. Built through learning. Built through consistency. Now let's bring it together. Every skill you learn increases your value. Every habit you build increases your strength. Every discipline you practice increases your effectiveness. And slowly, your life begins to change. Not because the world changed, but because you changed. You cannot give what you do not have. If you want more success, you must become more capable. If you want more opportunities, you must become more valuable. The better you become, the better your life becomes. So commit to growth, commit to learning, commit to becoming better every single day. Because when you become valuable, you naturally become more effective in everything you do. Words are powerful. They can build a life or destroy it. Now think about that carefully, because communication is not just talking. It is influence. It is connection. It is leadership. And most people underestimate it. They speak quickly. They react emotionally. They say things without thinking. And then they wonder why misunderstandings happen, why relationships break, why opportunities disappear. Now listen carefully. An effective person communicates with clarity, not confusion, not emotion alone, but clarity. Clear words create clear results. Now think about this deeply. Every conversation you have is shaping your future in some way. Your relationships, your opportunities, your reputation, all influenced by how you communicate. Now let's make it simple. Clarity means this. Say what you mean what you say, and don't overcomplicate it, because confusion creates problems, but clarity creates trust. Now listen carefully. Purpose in communication matters just as much as clarity. Before you speak, ask yourself, why am I saying this? What result do I want from this conversation? Because without purpose, words become noise. Speak with intention, not emotion. Now think about a leader. A true leader does not speak to impress. He speaks to guide. He speaks to build understanding. He speaks to create direction. And that is what makes communication powerful. Now here is something important. Most conflicts are not caused by truth. They are caused by unclear communication. People assume, people misunderstand, people react too quickly, and small issues become big problems. But when communication is clear, peace becomes easier. Understanding becomes natural. Relationships become stronger. Now listen carefully. Effective communication also means listening while speaking, understanding while responding, thinking before reacting. It is not about being fast. It is about being right. A wise person speaks slowly and thinks deeply. Now let's go deeper. Your tone matters. Your words matter. Your timing matters. Because even good words can be misunderstood if delivered poorly. That is why emotional control is part of communication. If you are angry, pause. If you are emotional, wait. If you are unclear, think. Then speak. Because once words are spoken, they cannot be taken back. Now think about your daily life. How many times have you said something and later regretted it? That is lack of clarity. That is lack of discipline. Now understand this deeply. Clarity is a skill, and like all skills, it must be practiced. Speak with awareness. Speak with purpose. Speak with simplicity. Avoid unnecessary words. Avoid emotional reactions. Avoid confusion. The more disciplined your words, the more powerful your life becomes. Now let's bring this together. Effective communication is simple. Be clear. Be calm. Be intentional. Say less, but mean more. Listen more, but understand deeply. Because communication is not about how much you speak. It is about how well you are understood. Now here is the final truth. When you communicate with clarity and purpose, people trust you more, respect you more, follow you more. Not because you speak more, but because you speak better. So remember this. Speak with clarity. Speak with purpose. And your words will begin to carry power. Now bring everything together. We talked about effectiveness. not as an idea, but as a way of life. Begin with the end in mind. Put first things first. Seek to understand before being understood. Become valuable through growth. Communicate with clarity and purpose. Simple ideas, but powerful when lived. Success is not complicated, but it does require discipline. Now think about this carefully. Your life is not shaped in one big moment. It is shaped in small daily choices. What you focus on, what you ignore, what you practice, what you repeat day after day. That is where effectiveness is built. Now listen carefully. You do not need to change everything at once. You just need to begin. One habit, one decision, one improvement at a time. Because consistency is what transforms ordinary lives into extraordinary ones. Small disciplines, repeated daily, create massive results. Now here is the final truth. You already have the potential to become more effective, more focused, more disciplined, more successful. But potential is not enough. It must be activated through action, through discipline, through practice. So start today, not tomorrow, not someday, today. And remember this always. An effective life is not built by chance. It is built by choice.